So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. There's the whistle. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Now it's Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And this is Kane. Rice. Now it's Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Messi threads one in. And this is... tries a shot! Rice. That's a little off target. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And that's gone loose. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Rice. Can he get it through? Chance! It's and again! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead! Rice duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Milan have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Kane. And that's been won straight back. Quality ball. And this is Neymar. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now, can they get him away? Sergio Roberto picks it up out wide. And this is Kane. Kane touches it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Now it's Messi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Neymar, not the most convincing of passes, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Messi. Sergio Roberto. Oh, right place, right time. Sergio Roberto showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's picked his way through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And the finish! They've done it! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Well, all I can say is that he did very well to squeeze it in near post. He didn't have much to aim at.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And this is Kane. Milan heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Played out to the left flank. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now he's got space here. It's out for a goal kick. Burn. Rice. Kukçu. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Now it's Messi.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add, ambitious and adventurous too.
Neymar. And this is real chance! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Milan sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Picked out brilliantly. It's Neymar! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Neymar actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
All the way back. Milan, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Rice tries to play it through. Sergio Roberto has it. He rises! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it. It was drilled.
Kukçu. Just about up to the hour now. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Driving on and making good progress. Now it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Fiore. That's good running with the ball. He has found a way through. Kukçu. Now it's Kane. Goes looking wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's in a great position here. Pings in across. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Howson, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He is through here. Messi. Here's Roberto. Gravenberg gets a foot in here. Short changes him with that pass. Kukçu. Into the last quarter of an hour. Looking for the run. It's a promising position. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, he's been caught napping. Shot could be on. There's the shot! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, it's about time. I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
Now it's Inzaghi, passing nice and neat. Good ball, good shoots! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Well, how's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. It's a really well-measured ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cambio di giocatori.
Just 5 minutes left. He's played it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Takes a shot! And that is wildly off target. Now it's Neymar. Filippo Inzaghi. And this is Neymar. He's got Neymar! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And he should have made it 4. Neymar. Neymar driving for... Chance for a shot! Oh, taken with style. And he is just ripping it up. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
And that is that. Milan can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Neymar reflecting on a stellar... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. There's the whistle. Pacho playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
And it's Neymar in with the challenge.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And this is Raul. Rice. Rodri. That's a good ball. Can he finish? Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Neymar. Now it's Neymar. He has found the way through. He's free, he has got space. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Milan presented with a golden opportunity here. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
The major moment in the game. Not a twitch, not a blink.
It's in, but only just. The keeper guessed correctly, and a heart-and-mouth moment for the taker.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hazard. And he's managed to get free. Little pass back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And this is Inzaghi. And a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's heaved it away. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, what has happened here? Well, nicely intercepted. And it's Rice. And this is Inzaghi. And he's lost it. And he shoots! Goal! Again in a trice. And they are soaring. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Shoots! In double quick time. Oh, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
A case now of complete control.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Gravenberg. Now it's Inzaghi, and he's picked out the run. Cleared without complication. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Tries to play it through. That looks a good ball through. He's got away. Milan have hit a quick-fire double here. Looking for the run. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Threads one in. Rice. Neymar. Filippo Inzaghi. There's the header! And he hits the net! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Milan blast themselves into a 3-goal. A header! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's become a case of men against boys.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Rice stood his ground strongly. It is a corner. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Signore e signori, vi invitiamo caldamente a contribuire all'iniziativa Un Gol per la Vita, presentandovi agli stand appositi.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. Well, we're underway. Well, those of you who followed English football around the turn of the century will certainly know this man well. He is, of course, Giovanni van Bronckhorst, another fine Dutch import who claimed his fair share of trophies whilst on these shores.
And later on in the continent too, Peter. He never really struck me as a flashy player, but rather a model of consistency, adaptability and intelligence. He excelled in one of the hardest roles in the game.
A role, of course, you know very well, Jim. Van Bronckhorst, an incredibly influential player, and it is no surprise that he's worn that famous orange shirt more than 100 times. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's made its way to him. Sabitzer. Applies the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase. Oh, he's been caught napping! Played back in. Driving on and making good progress. And it's Rice. Rice, good purposeful running this. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Neymar powering forward here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Neymar not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
He is through here. A lot of space ahead of him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Great! Really well taken goal. No outsmarting him this time. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Inzaghi. And here's Azar. Nmecha. Milan, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Could be danger here. Ryerson. Well, that looks a decent ball. Neymar is in a really good position out wide. Schlotterbeck did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Neymar. Oh, look at the space here. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Played out to the right. That is lovely from him. Not the most convincing of passes. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Neymar. And here's Inzaghi. He's in a great position. He's had a shot! Goal! Milan! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage.
That could spell trouble. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Milan leading then, and it's been given away. And the ball's gone astray, and he's got the beating of his man. Big chance! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Schlotterbeck. Hazard does well to get it back. Ryerson. Brandt. Now it's Girassi, looking to play him in. Lookman. It's a sharp pass. Engages and forces him off the ball. Throw in. Passing is crisp and sharp. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Milan have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. So off we go once more.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Now it's Girassi. Rice does really well to win the ball there. Gravenberg. Brandt. Now it's Inzaghi. Neymar. He's got away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Searching pass he's played there. Girassi gets into a good position. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
The ball has bounced loose now. Azar conjures time and space where few can. Gravenberg. Foot in. Adeyemi. Time and again they are repelled. Milan just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. And he's intervened well there. Lookman. Ryerson. Ball played for Lookman. Girassi aimed beyond the defence. Gravenberg. Now Neymar.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 81.007 spettatori.
Nice sequence of passes this. Oh, shooting chance! Superb by Inzaghi! A finish right from the top draw! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. Filippo Inzaghi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, that's well seen too. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Girassi. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Neymar. Neymar charging forward, the ball at his feet. Brandt. Adeyemi.
Sagan Tosu appear determined to play through the middle again. And guess what? It's the same result.
Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Schlotterbeck with a fine tackle. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Now that's a fine challenge. And now they can spring out of defence. Adeyemi. Brandt. 75 minutes played. Good running, strong and purposeful. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Neymar. Now it's Inzaghi. Oh, well measured. And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Lookman. Milan have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. Into the last 5 minutes. Brandt. Adeyemi. There won't be another chance after this one. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Now it's Girassi. Adeyemi. And he's decided to go for it. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Serves up across. Can he finish?
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Oh, what has happened here? That's good running with the ball. And it's Inzaghi. Filippo Inzaghi. And the shot! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to...
And Batistuta! So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Batistuta. Kokchu. And this is Batistuta. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
White is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. He is through here. White drives it in. And the pass is intercepted. Neymar! Same again, same outcome.
And they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And we have our very first corner. Batistuta!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for the run. Gravenberg kept his eye on it, and he's there. Kokchu picks it up out wide. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Kokchu clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Neymar. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that looks a decent ball. And it's Neymar. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Inzaghi goes steaming forward. Couldn't squeeze it through. Neymar. Now it's Inzaghi. Fiore.
Fiore really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And Dijk gets across to intercept that. Fiore. That's good play. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Messi. Van Bronckhorst cannot be beaten that easily. Fiore, and he's been shifted off it. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Messi. He has found the way through. And he shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. Milan are looking to go forward now. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And it's Messi. Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Aimed beyond the defence, and he plays one through.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now he's off and running. Rice. Now the gets his head on it! And the whistle goes for half-time. So the team's still separated by 1 goal, but it should be very different.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And the action is back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Inzaghi wins the duel this time. Shoots! It's in! And this is getting better and better. That was easy, almost too easy.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Rice. Neymar. And it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Fiore. Neymar. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Rice. And this is Inzaghi. Now this could be a chance. Chance, surely! Yes! And they are cruising away. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
And now, I'd just like to read out our fan club members who are celebrating their birthdays today.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Given the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
A very example of a centre-forward. Shot a goal! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Now it's Batistuta. Van Bronckhorst. He's a sharp little ball here. And this is... tries a shot! It's run loose. Who's chance? Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And here's Azar. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. It's a quick one. And the shot's on here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Neymar. And he's picked it up out wide. Neymar. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. First quarter of an hour gone. Otto spots it and intercepts. Caresses it through. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. He can get that clear. And he's managed to gift it back. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
And the keeper beats it away. Fallen! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Forlan thinks one through. Good read, needed to be. Milan are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. And this is Azar. Now it's Neymar.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now he's off and running. Oh, easy pickings there. Looking for the run. Filippo Inzaghi. And it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Passing is crisp and sharp. Great ball. Big chance! They've scored! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Oh, that's well spotted. Rice. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Looking to play him in. Inzaghi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bastoni. And here's Inzaghi. And this is Neymar. Goes for a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. That's tidy. Hazard.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Oh, such a clever touch. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Roberto Carlos. Van Dijk out-muscles him. Neymar. Gets a good foot in there. And that is a little undercooked. Rice.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Hazard carries the ball down the right. Oh, that's neat. And he's heaved it away. And it's Neymar. And that'll be the last act of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Milan ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Adams gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Cleared without complication. Now that looks a decent ball. That's been slipped through. Just the keeper to beat! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Roberto Carlos is standing over this one. So the perfect chance to get one back. Roberto Carlos! That was travelling. Kukçu. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ball's gone out of play. Neymar.
That's good play from him.
Lovely feet. Shot could be on. That's good play. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Neymar. Oh, important interception. Tacho attempts a great chance! Yes, it's in! The second half off to a spectacular start. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Serginho. No, that's been intercepted. Inter Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Batistuta. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, just skips past. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, well played. Exemplary, that. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, that's a fine interception. And that was very necessary. It's gone for a throw-in. That has not gone well. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance.
Good effort from distance. Conchu! That is sensational! A finish right from the top draw. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. That is outstanding, just outstanding. You're not going to hit many better than that.
Oh, that's a tremendous hit, and the obvious issue for the keeper was not seeing it early enough.
And the finish! In he goes again. Goal, Milan! And they're back in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
And a chance! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Wonderfully smooth, smart, at face-to-face with the keeper. Decent chance! Goal, Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
And the shot! Oh, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Well, it would have been. Could be danger here. And he's lost his man here. He's found some space. Oh, well played, well played.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Well read, and the danger is averted. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Who saw this coming? Milan have dragged it back at the last. Kukcu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Searching pass he's played there. Leno is there, and he can get that clear. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Neymar, numero 5, Forlan, lasciano il campo per il numero 17.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Cambio di giocatori.
Serginho, now it's Batistuta. That's an imaginative pass. Gravenberg, and it's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Oh, good-looking ball. Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Rashford. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And this is Torres.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And time is up. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter,
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Well, he really could play in any position.
Yes, he started as a sweeper and showed that he could play anywhere in midfield and indeed up front. Big, strong and absolutely gifted.
Gravenberg puts his foot on the gas. Vieira was in no mood for any of that. Pele. Oh, good spread. That has not gone well. Now, can they get him away? He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gap. Big header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Rice. Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bale. Played out to the right. Now it's Beckham. Cafu. Now it's Beckham. Chooses to go crossfield. And it's Bale. Bale stood his ground strongly. He's had it taken off him. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rashford is in a really good position out wide. Shot at goal! Beckham is one whose deliveries we all know about. Cristiano Ronaldo looking for the run. Now it's Beckham. Played into the box, a mighty effort! Goal! Certain, searing and imperious.
He was always going to do that one way or another. A fantastic effort, simply fantastic.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Punched away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Milan are looking to break at pace. That's good running with the ball. Steaming on goalwards. And he was alert to it.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Beckham is always scanning the pitch for targets. Cafu. 15 minutes till half-time. Cafu is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Good ball, good take. And this is Neymar. Oh, super ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Hazard. Hazard running with the ball. There's the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Hazard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
This is Hazard. Lion City Sailors have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Bale.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Rashford picks it up out wide. And it's been given... And a chance! They've done it! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. Now it's Pele. Beckham receives it in a wide position. And here's Beckham.
Has been indicated.
Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Now it's Rashford. Nicely weighted ball. That's good play. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That's very neat. Crosses it in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And we've reached half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Now it's Bale. Rice. This is promising. Real chance here. Vieira. Bale. And it's Hullet. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Beckham. He has found the way through. And here's Beckham. Oh, that's fabulous. It's a throw-in. Rice. Now Neymar. Now it's Rashford. Hazard can see things others simply cannot. Good running, strong and purposeful. Little pass back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Can he finish? And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
This is their second corner of the game. Real chance! Goal, Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Lion City Sailors have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Corner number 2, then.
All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
This is quite a battle.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Pele, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the shot! Goal! Milan! And again they hit the front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan get themselves into the lead. And he gets rid in a hurry. Can he stop it? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, that's nice. Bale's cross.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Substitution on the field. Number 17, Hullet. Number 21, Beckham. Number 18,
Salah plays it in. And the keeper beats it away.
Pele.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just had
Terrific header!
Number 11.
Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
That has been slung wide. Can he get it through? Rice gets over and intercepts.
Lion City Sailors really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's being urged to shoot. Cafu plays it in. Oh, well played, well played.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Rashford charging forward, the ball at his feet. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lion City Sailors needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Lion City Sailors have their third corner. Cristiano Ronaldo! They've scored! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So all square, and not for the first time. And the shot!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
He's making a real surge on the left. He is through here. Early ball out from the back. There will be 4 extra minutes. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Showing great feet there. And that is as far as it goes. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Rashford claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Just a quick request today for everybody to please
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Milan can always take more positives from a result like this.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. The action has already started. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He's had a shot! Mateus. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's Rodri. Now, Hausen. Alonso. Great defending, strong and determined. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
pinches it off him. And he's being shifted off it. Figo. He has a look up. Gravenberg. Showing great feet there. And he's picked out the run. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. Can he finish? Just off target.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Milan are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Gravenberg. No, he refuses to take the bait. Figo. He has found the way through. Mateus. And he's cut it out. So we're still where we started right now. Lovely feet. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Mateus. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Nicked it back promptly. Looking for the run. Gravenberg, and here's the chance to counter. Figo. Good read, needed to be. Al Nassr trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Now he's got space here. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Played out to the right. No luck with that dink over the top. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Gravenberg. Well, we expected better, and so did he. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he's managed to get free. Figo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Passing is crisp and sharp, and it's Neymar. Neymar takes control of it, and he's on the move. Good ball, good take. Oh, good take in a good area. There's the header! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Rice. Neymar. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Rodri. Half-time getting close now. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Rodri.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Neymar. Haaland. And it's Neymar. And it's Figo. And there is the half-time whistle. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going.
Real chance! Neymar! This boy is showbiz! He's got himself an absolute peach. The second half off to a spectacular start. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 4.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Hazard. Attenzione, un cambio.
Oh, that was vital. And now they can spring out of defence. Mateus. Oh, nice touch. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now that looks a decent ball. They want to be quick to recover this. Driving forward. Filippo Inzaghi being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Can he spark a counter here? Engages and forces him off the ball. That's good vision.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è
Pass isn't the
di
best.
80.953
Mateus.
spettatori.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Looking to play him in, and he was alert to it. Rice. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And the pass is intercepted.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And it's Azar. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Xavi Alonso. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Azar can see things others simply cannot. Just eases him off the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Xavi Alonso. Good running, strong and purposeful. That's an imaginative pass. Mateus receives it in a wide position.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Haaland.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Otto. Rice. Mateus does really well to win the ball there. Rodri. Milan are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Stood up well to him there. Rodri. And Mateus. Just 5 minutes left. Mateus thinks about the shot. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, well played, well played. It's their second corner of the game.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Drives it in. Oh, that's fabulous. Filippo Inzaghi, and he's in on goal. He's given the time to pick a pass. And time is up. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway. Well, this is a formation which seems to make pretty clear what their intentions are, Jim.
Well, Peter, when you have that many back, there's only really one tactic you can adopt, and it's the counter-attack. And while it's going to give you a very solid block defensively, it does leave you very little options attacking-wise, with effectively just one outlet.
Not too much possession football then?
Definitely not. They'll be trying to play with real efficiency.
Great ball, and he's in here. He's had a shot! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Jordan Henderson. And it's Henderson. Out to the left it goes. And he's picked it up out wide. That's a throw. Pullet. He's picked his way through. He's having a shot! Goal! Again in a trice, and they are soaring! So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But
shapes to shoot! It's bounced back off the post. Rice with a beautifully timed run. Now it's Pullet, looking to play him in. And he welcomes it in, face to face with the keeper. And he's ended up in no man's land. Over to the left, back into the middle. Nice interception, well timed. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal. Pullet! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And no, that was never going to make it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Belletti, that's tidy. Nicely weighted ball, and he was alert to it.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Hazard goes steaming forward. Now this could be a chance. Neymar.
Nagasaki clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team.
And the shot! Up towards the front line. Inzaghi chasing after it. Fiore. And it's Griezmann. No way through. The ball has bounced loose now. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Fiore. Looking for the run. Floated through. That's the keeper's ball. Now it's Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, this is intriguing.
Played through for the wide man. They get a throw in. That's good play. He is through here. That is lovely. Hazard proves just a little bit too strong. And that interception was most... Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now.
Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So, this to restore parity. A formality, we're level. Not much more than a formality.
Well, look at the keeper's reaction, Peter. He felt he could have kept it out. That was so...
And we hit half-time. Milan are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. And we are up to the break.
We've seen some really terrific football in that half with the flow of goals. And of course there are mistakes, but I'm not in a mood to moan.
What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. And that's the second half started. And that looks a decent ball. Well, played right into his path. And the shot! Marvellous goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And he's quick to snatch it back. Pacho. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's an imaginative pass. Can he get onto this? Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. There's the shot! It's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well, that is one way to stop him. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Taken with style! Looks offside, I think. Yep, the flag is up.
Yeah, the referee hadn't spotted his assistant's raised flag. He has now, so he's ruled the goal out for offside.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. And it's Neymar. Searching pass he's played there. And the shot! Cleared away. Showing... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Big chance! So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So it's down to business here. Well, you would think that the name Luis Suarez on any team sheet is sufficient to make any opponent shiver.
I think I'd struggle to name a striker who's better at playing his position.
So what would you say is his outstanding characteristic, Jim? What makes him special?
Well, I'm going to have to say it's his winning mentality, that doggedness, that ruthlessness, the desire to win at all costs.
Probing pass. Well timed, excellent interception. Rice.
Yeah, they were a counter-attack. Hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's Forlan. Oh, that's a key interception. Gravenberg. Shoots! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Now he's off and running. And he's let fly!
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Azar. Oh, it's come loose! It's a searching pass. Otto spots it and intercepts. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Neither side yet able to find the net. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Neymar. Can he get it through? And he's worked it through. And he's picked it up out wide. Neymar. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And Gravenberg. And it's Van Dijk. Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Davids did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's a shade optimistic. Messi. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Great chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Otto. Rice. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez, good strong midfield running here. It's Luis Suarez! Goal! Milan! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Hazard. Rice tries to play it through. Cruyff. Xavi Alonso. And this is Luis Suarez. Gravenberch is the guilty party there. The pass has gone astray. Costa Curta is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And the half-time whistle goes. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Hazard. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
He's having a good look here,
Cambio di giocatori.
so a genuine chance to increase the lead. Luis Suarez!
We all love a trier, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Luis Suarez, and the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, crap. Davids! No mistake! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That was fabulous, the most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Turns and goes back, and it's Gravenberch.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Gravenberch. Neymar. And here's Inzaghi. Nice sequence of passes, this. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Forlan wins the duel this time. Davids. And claimed it back swiftly. And here's Suarez. No, that's been intercepted. Neymar. Neymar going full steam ahead down the left flank. Threads one in. That looks a good ball through. He has, and the shot! Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neymar. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well seen, saw that coming. And it's Cruyff. And he's picked out the run. Finds himself... Oh, shooting chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Oh, important interception. Now he's got space here. That's beautifully weighted. That has been cut short. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. No, he's not getting any further than that. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Van Bronckhorst. Now it's Inzaghi. Chance for a shot! That is decidedly lacking. Van Dijk is there, and he can pick it up. Hazard. Neymar. More and more pressure on the ball here.
Milan really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Messi. And it's Luis Suarez. Into the last 5 minutes. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Milan truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
And here's Inzaghi. Filippo Inzaghi. Xavi Alonso.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di
Board
recupero.
shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Oh, easy pickings there. Hazard goes steaming forward. Great piece, having a shot! Sticks it away! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look?
So that's it, it is all over. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And he's being shifted off it. Can he spark a counter here? Driving forward. Fiore. He's found the way through. Fiore's cross. Azar. Some good work on the right flank here. Neatly clipped into space. Oh, he gets big! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And it's Neymar.
Oh, really well played.
Filippo Inzaghi. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Chiellini. Pressing high and with purpose. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Into the channel.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, sweet feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that's a good ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Azar. Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And this is Inzaghi. Kirkchu, he's shifting through the gears here, and a shot! And one more try! It's in! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Liverpool have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Now it's Azar. Mbappe. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Filippo Inzaghi. He's had a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Milan have their second corner now. Howson clears it away. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Now it's Inzaghi. Great ball if he can get there. Now it's some Mbappe! It's a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That is simply terrific, finished with beautiful deftness.
Yeah, but how about that coolness and confidence, Peter, to see where the keeper was and then produce a beautiful response.
Liverpool are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Oh, that's nice. He's free, he has got space. Neymar with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make...
Doué is on his own, shoots! Relentless, just relentless. And they're at it again in double quick time. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Howson cuts it out. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi che è possibile seguire l'esibizione del nostro ospite d'onore anche sul maxi schermo.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Milan really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
It's a pretty loose pass. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Inzaghi. Inzaghi charging forward, the ball at his feet. AC Milan could counter here. And he cuts out the supply. Doué. Now it's Inzaghi. Well timed, excellent interception. Rice. And this is Inzaghi. Looking to play him in. Doué. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Doué. This looks promising. Filippo Inzaghi under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Hazard. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Vardiol. Some front-footed pressing going on here.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 81.007 spettatori.
Looking for the run. Great ball, and he's in here. Cross, he rises! Fiore. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Gravenberg. Neymar. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Some resolute defending there. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Big chance, corner.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
Corner
4.
number 3 coming up.
Lascia il campo per il numero 14. Hazard. Cambio di giocatori.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rice promptly onto that, and that is that. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Neymar. And he's had a chance! Really well taken goal. Rijkaard. Chiellini. Messi. Can he get on the end of this? He has found a way through. Big chance! They've scored! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Plays a sharp little ball here. Killishoy shapes to shoot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. But across it goes.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
And here's Kukçu. Oh, that's superb. There's the shot! He has done it! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. It's become a case of men against boys.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Van Dijk. And it's Alexander-Arnold.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well read, nice interception.
Ci saranno 3
Well, it
minuti
looked
di
promising for a
recupero.
moment, but it came to nothing. Gets a good foot in there. Kilitshoy. Ball played for Kukçu. Foot in. And the referee brings it to a close. Milan suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. And we're underway.
Well, it's safe to say, Peter, we're in the presence of defensive royalty here.
And so what is it that makes Paolo Maldini so regal?
Well, I think the fact that he almost never had to make a tackle says it all. He just doesn't need to. With him, it's all about anticipation, positioning, and reading the game superbly. There's very few who are able to do that at the highest level like him.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Great vision. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Inzaghi. Neymar. Lovely feet. That is good strength. Rice. Nice interception, well timed. Tchouaméni. Neymar. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's Batistuta.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well played. Neymar could move up a gear here. Neymar could driving run. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Gets a good foot in there. Neymar. No, that's been intercepted.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's a cute ball. And that's a dangerous... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
That's going to go a long way. And it's Gravenberch. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified.
Filippo Inzaghi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Musiala. Now it's Batistuta. And now they can clear their lines. And he was alert to it. Indonesia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Howson. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And he whips it in. No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Indonesia really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And Batistuta! And this is Inzaghi. Bellingham. Now it's Batistuta. Batistuta! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Milan are looking to go forward now.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Inzaghi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Batistuta. Oh, that's well spotted. Leno punts it upfield. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Batistuta. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Maldini. Passing is crisp and sharp. This looks promising. Indonesia have a free kick. And the first half is done. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Reflections on the first half?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Milan have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. So off we go once more. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. It's a promising position. Shot, surely! No mistake! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen...
It's Neymar! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And it's Carvajal. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Howson wins the duel this time. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Fiore.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Chouameni. Stood up well to him there. And this is Inzaghi, played out to the left flank. Well timed, excellent interception.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.607 spettatori.
Indonesia finding their passes. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And this is Inzaghi. Oh, that's a key interception. Neymar. Good running, strong and purposeful. And it's Bellingham. Tries to play it through. He's picked his way through. Bellingham. Now it's Batistuta. Musiala. Oh, well played. That's a lovely, neat pass. Fiore. That looks a good ball through. Inzaghi! Relentless! Just relentless! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all. That is so good, and that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Signore e signori, unitevi a me nell'augurare al nostro ragazzo un buon...
You